And next one is the Tibialis Posterior. So for the Tibialis Posterior, the origin is the middle 1/3 of the posterior tibia and proximal 2/3 of the medial fibula. So right in this region here, and the insertion is 2, 3, and 4th metatarsals, so we'll go down to this region here. The action is inversion, remember bring the foot in, and plantar flexion of the foot. So remember plantar flexion like this. So you remember right in the center here, the popliteal fossa region, you have to pinch for the plantaris. Inch down from there is popliteus. Inch down from there is the tibialis posterior. So for the tibialis posterior, we'll just refer right down to the ankle region. So right in the Achilles tendon region, that's where the typical referral is for the tibialis posterior. And then for the flexor digitorum longus, so for the flexor digitorum longus, that's more on the medial side here, but you have to go underneath the gastrocnemius and the soleus region to actually locate the flexor digitorum longus. So the origin is the middle third of the posterior surface of the tibia up here, and the insertion is plantar surface of the dorsal 4 phalanges down to here. So for the flexor digitorum longus, you got to kind of hook underneath. It's about the medial condyle of the femur, and go down a couple inches, and you got to kind of hook on underneath it there. So for the referral for this is the bottom of the foot. So that's a typical referral for the flexor digitorum longus. And then for the flexor hallucis longus, basically what we want to do is the lateral malleolus and then knee halfway and just a little bit posterior. That's where you're going to locate the flexor hallucis longus trigger point. So the origin is the distal 2/3 of the posterior fibula. The insertion is the base of the large toe. You remember another name for it is hallucis, just like the name of it, flexor hallucis longus. So flexes large toe and assists plantar flexion. Remember plantar flexion like this, and inversion, so it brings it in then, okay? So, and the typical referral for the flexor hallucis longus is the bottom of the great toe then too, okay? So that's the typical referral for that. So if they're having problems, concentrate on that. But the most lateral muscle here is the proneus muscles, okay? As we'll get into those, proneus longus, proneus brevis, and proneus tertius. So those are the 3 muscles that we're going to be concentrating on for the lateral. So you can use that as a landmark to actually locate these areas then.